Now with our series Our Home as we count down to Earth Day next week, and we're taking a look at what Antarctica's penguins can tell us about our changing planet. National Geographic explorer and filmmaker Bertie Gregory here to tell us about his new series, Secrets of the Penguins. Great to see you here. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Why penguins?
Well, I mean, you say the word penguin and everyone smiles, right? Yeah. So they're definitely a fan favorite. And you know, before I started on this project, I thought I knew penguins. I filmed them quite a lot before. I was so wrong.
So what are some of these new things?
Well, in the first episode, we follow the most famous penguin, the emperor, the biggest, 4 feet tall, and we really focused on a part of their life that hasn't been filmed much before, when they become penguin teenagers. And just like human teenagers, their lives are full of these awkward moments. And this one group of several hundred found themselves at the edge of a 50-foot ice cliff and decided to jump off it. So we filmed that for the very first time.
That's peer pressure in action.
Well, they have these little friendships between unrelated chicks. So they really look to each other, just like human friends. They look to each other for confidence and guidance. And that's what ended up causing them to jump.
They actually break off into small groups?
Totally, yeah. It's not just, everyone's always focused on the bond between the mother and the father, that really strong penguin bond. But actually a bond that is kind of a secret is their friendship between unrelated chicks.
Oh, that is so interesting. I know you spent 2 years going all over the world for this, including a lot of time in Antarctica. What surprised you about the penguins?
I think just when I thought they'd hit their limit, they just level up. We followed these tiny little chicks in storms that were 100 mile an hour strong, minus 40 degrees temperatures, and they just tough it out. We were definitely the limiting factor, trying to stay warm enough to film them.
And what can they tell us about the future of the planet?
Well, penguins are an indicator of ocean health, and we need a healthy ocean just as much as they do. So, if penguins are in trouble, which they are, that means we're in trouble. But to put that in a more positive way, everything we do, these penguins might feel like they live far away, but everything we do has an effect on them. Sure, negative, but also positive. So, in your daily life, everything you do, the food you eat, the clothes you wear.
So, what's one positive thing we can do to help penguins?
Make our planet that little bit wilder. And even if that means, planting a few more native plants in your garden or in your apartment, or looking after the park down the road from you, just making your little corner of the earth that little bit wilder will ultimately help penguins far, far away.
That is great advice. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Secrets of the Penguins debuts Sunday at 8, 7 Central on National Geographic. Streams the next day on Hulu and Disney+.